India's advancement in economic and social spheres is forging a new paradigm for global development.
Make in India आज समय की मांग है.
We are enjoying a continuum of growth, progress and tradition.
India is on the move.
And with the unwavering certainty of a bold vision, we've propelled India onto an unstoppable path. Our economy is constantly renewing and reinventing, putting India in a globally enviable position. And a meticulously outlined political agenda will strengthen our regional and global clout. Presenting the 4th edition of the Times Now Summit, the confluence of leading policymakers, strategists, experts and influencers shaping India's unstoppable growth. Only on the Times Network.
Welcome to Times Network presents Times Now Summit in its 4th edition.
Well, in fact, our next speaker is an acclaimed Indian composer, singer, songwriter and music producer who has gained international recognition for his work in the film industry, particularly in Bollywood and Tamil cinema. He is, of course, none other than Shri A.R. Rahman.
Well, while the maestro has created many masterpieces over the years, amongst his upcoming works is an inspiring movie, Maidan, encapsulating the theme of Times Now Summit, India Unstoppable. Directed by Amit Sharma and produced by Z Studios, Boni Kapoor, Arunava, Joy Singh Gupta and Akash Chawla. Movie featuring Ajay Devgan, Priya Mani, Gajraj Rao has 5 original songs and background score composed by A.R. Rahman, which will be released on Saregama YouTube channel. Depicting Indian football's golden era during 1952 to 62, the movie is the real story of India's dominance in the game. Welcome with a thunderous applause, ladies and gentlemen, the maestro A.R. Rahman, who's going to be in conversation with Navika Kumar. A.R. Rahman, please join us on stage.
तू मेरे दिल की है आवाज तू जो छुपाऊं मैं है वो राज तू मेरा कलमा तू है नमाज तू है दुआओं सा मेरे पास तू मेरी जान तू मेरी सांस तू जहां बट रही थी नियामतें उस जादुई से बाजार में कोई मोतियों तेरी सारे का कोई चांद का खरीदार था मैं बना हुई.
Thank you so much, A.R. Rahman. Ever since you've been discovered, music has found a new meaning. And that's how we see A.R. Rahman. International accolades, success back home. How do you handle all of this? Do you think it's just another thing because you give the appearance of being a very quiet and in control person? Not wearing your emotions on your sleeve. How does A.R. Rahman handle the adulation?
I put all my emotions in my music. So, hello everyone. Great to be here. Thank you for everything. Music is my family. So my father was in it. So I kind of grew with it from childhood. So I was playing for TV when I was 13, 12. So the fame thing kind of didn't affect me much. It was more internal. It was more internal. Like you said, internal fights.
I want to ask you, India has seen its name on the map this year. Grammys, we've seen Oscars, we've seen RRR, Natu Natu. Do you think Indian cinema, Indian music is coming of age?
If you look at the world's perspective, I think there are many other things than quality. There are many other things about culture, racism. So I think it's the right time to see all that stuff, take leadership and do things which should change the world. And we have the tools and we can do it.
So you were possibly the first startup in music, in the field of music, and you found your own path. Do you still think you're discovering new paths every day, or you think you found one and you are now treading it?
No, I think we never find till we go off. I think each day, if you don't think there's something new, then you're stagnating. I feel like, and especially now, you're attacked with so much of, you're desensitized with so much of work, so much of music, so much of visual, so much of medium, right? Like, and within that, how do you find that one thing which you believe in, which you think people are going to resonate with? That's the challenge now. And how do you be true to a movie or whatever you're composing for, or writing a piece for an orchestra? How do you stay true to that, without getting distracted? Many challenges. It's not as simple as how we started back in the 90s. Now, like a million battles to fight. At the same time, the truth, if you're true to your art, I think people resonate with that.
Absolutely, and people have always resonated with your music. Let me ask you, Indian classical music has often been perceived as niche, yet collaborations like Shakti are proving its universal appeal. Do you think Indian musicians are innovating enough?
I think the younger lot, I'm seeing so many interesting ways they express music. They've found themselves in a way. Even though it's much, much more tough to come out, because as I said, when I started, the path was very clear for newness, you know. People were in a kind of a bracket where they were very happy with what they were doing. But when the whole of 90s was like disapproval from everyone. No, that's not going to stay. That's not going to stay. And then they realized, okay, it's going to stay. And then many youngsters took to the style of production or composition or innovative styles which are now embraced with the movie industry now. But yeah.
As an artist who's received international acclaim, whether it's the Grammys or the Oscars, what advice would you give to young, aspiring Indian musicians who want to achieve that kind of success, the dreams and the milestones that you've set for them?
I would say find yourself. Because when something's coming on radio, something's coming on MTV, you have to imagine your song there, and would you see it? And you have to be so self-critical about what your art is, and then you have to nudge yourself to find yourself, so that when you find yourself, other people find you. Can't be naive like a frog in the well where you think, oh, what I'm doing is great. We have to put ourselves there in the world and see. Same with Indian musicians, Indian songwriting, and who expect great results and go to Grammys. And it's happening now. We had more than 6 Grammys this year. And I kind of predicted this when I won the Grammy. In fact, I said that in 10 years we're going to see so many different Grammys, Indians winning, and that's happening, which I'm grateful, yeah.
Do you think there's enough originality in Indian music, especially in Bollywood?
I think every industry takes, it changes itself to the good or the bad. I think we see that constant evolution in Hindi film industry or Tamil film industry, where suddenly something becomes famous, and I think the things which stay along are the organic things. There's certain things which are raga based, are still there. People love those things. Melodies people love still. Dance songs people love still. And now even this whole idea of having 12 different composers for one soundtrack, like how the West was doing for ages, taking different songs for. That's there, and then we have movies like Chamkila or Maidan where I'm composing for the whole thing. Other than the Chamkila songs, they are coexisting. So there'll be a need for everything, I feel. And it depends on what is bringing more joy to people, and that will stay, I guess.
You spoke about Maidan, and that's your new upcoming film. Can you just give us something from Maidan, something that you can hum along, something that we can really, watch and be part of at the Times Now Summit?
Yeah, the Maidan actually celebrates the golden age of football, and then cricket took over, right? So I think the movie is celebrating football, celebrating what we were, what at that time, what it took for a those great people to do what they did. And actually today I'm going to launch one of the songs which is her favorite.
Okay, big headline news. Only for audiences of the Times Now Summit. A.R. Rahman has just informed us that he's launching the song from Maidan. That is your personal favorite?
In a way, yeah, it's about India Unstoppable. It's about Team India. So the song is called Team India. So.
Oh, wow. Team India, are we? Okay, so.
Can we have the play? Yeah.
Calm your mind with chakra-based meditation music. Saregama Karwa Wellness.
जान ले लो आज हमारी फिर दिखेंगे कल से जान ले लो आज हमारी फिर दिखेंगे कल से कल को जाके बोल दे कि डर भी डरता हमसे डर को जाके बोल दे कि डर भी डरता हमसे जान ले लो आज हमारी फिर दिखेंगे कल से ज़माने से कि डर भी डरता हमसे हर कदम हम आगे बढ़ते गिरते पड़ते फिर भी लड़ते हर कदम हम आगे बढ़ते गिरते पड़ते फिर भी लड़ते आजा आज़मा ले तू किसमें कितना है जोर टीम इंडिया है हम 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 झुकने से पहले सोच सीने पे तिरंगा है हिम्मत है हार पर हौसला पहाड़ है आसमां फाड़ ले तू शेर की दहाड़ है टीम इंडिया है हम टीम इंडिया है जान ले लो आज हमारे दिल दिखेंगे कल से बोल दो ज़माने से कि डर भी डरता हमसे
भारत की इस टीम को देख के बिल्कुल नहीं लग रहा है कि इसके 7 से 8 खिलाड़ी अंतरराष्ट्रीय स्तर पर पहली बार खेल रहे हैं।
आगे बढ़ते गिरते पड़ते फिर भी लड़ते आजा आज़मा ले तू किसमें कितना है जोर और ये बहुत कमाल का गोल टीम इंडिया है हम 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 टीम इंडिया है
सोच एक, समझ एक, दिल एक, दिमाग एक। इसलिए आज मैदान में उतरना क्या रहा, लेकिन दिख रहा एक।
टीम इंडिया है हम टीम इंडिया है हम टीम इंडिया है हम टीम इंडिया है हम टीम इंडिया है
Thank you.
Amazing. Team India. Now, if that didn't send your blood racing, nothing else would. But what's this? Chak de to Maidan, sports, your new driver?
No, I think even scoring Lagan and Pele, I'm zero sports. My sports are all music, and so. But I kind of live. It's the same kind of tension, no? Any leader in any industry, whether it's sports or music, we're all like biting our nails before a movie comes out. When there's a game, yeah.
And
before
Team
marriage.
India. Team India just touches a chord.
Yeah.
Every Indian, I'm sure, Team India and this anthem touches a chord. How are you such a genius? How do you churn these things out?
Pressure.
Every other day.
Pressure, as I say, like when. So this movie, as I told you, celebrates Sayyid Abdul Rahim and his leadership, taking all those people to success in the 60s. Actually, you should watch the movie. It's pretty unique, where done with so much of passion by Amit Sharma, Boni Kapoor, Ajay Devgan. And so whenever a sports movie comes, actually, literally, it pulls me into the, the ground, at least mind-wise, and I have to imagine what beats to put, what instruments do we use, how do we be different from the previous sports movie I've done. So in this, actually, there's a lot of humanity in it. There's romance, there is the wife character is amazing, and then the way she handles something. When you see the movie, you'll understand what it is.
In your career, if you were to tell us the different steps of the ladder and, from, let's say, 10 songs of your own composition, rate them 1 to 10 and please hum it for us.
The rating, humming, both is a problem. But I can tell you what I feel like. So when I did my first movie, I felt like this is the last movie. I don't think I have anything in myself after this. I've given it all away. And then, then you realize when you work with directors, lyric writers, and then script writers, then you feel like, oh, that's actually triggering something within me. And then for my biggest challenge was, I'm a movie person. I'm born in the film industry, right? My father, film composer. And for me, it's like, is music only about films, or it takes you out? So my challenge was the first album, Vande Mataram, Matuje Salam, was a conscious effort to go away from movies to think, can I do something outside the box? And that was that. And now,
what an anthem that is, Matuje Salam.
And yeah, I think it's strange actually when different people heard it, there were different rays. There are people who didn't like it, and there are people who cried. So I saw both.
Who didn't like it?
So
Can we take them somewhere for treatment?
No. I think they were all looking at movie because my friendship circle was all movie circle. And when they looked at it, this movie doesn't belong to any movie. It is not from a movie, first of all. So those who...
I think they need treatment, whoever they are. Unnamed, let them be. But if they didn't like Ma Tujhe Salam...
I think they didn't associate that sound with me, or maybe it was... because I'm changing constantly. The 90s AR is different from the 2000 2010. And then post-Oscars is different. The challenges are different for me in my life. I'm an educationist now, so I'm also thinking about how do you bring the void, fill up the void of musical education, at least for what I need to make music in movies without going to London or Prague or Budapest to record my music. So we have a native orchestra from my KM Conservatory. We have a native choir. Then, all that stuff comes from desperation, comes from, oh my God, this void, how do you fill it up? And now there are kids who play with, like Lydian, who's won, $1 million from the US, and the Sunshine Orchestra who played with me at the UN, and they're winning awards all over the place, and now Payal and Anirudh and, those two piano players from a conservatory are winning all the awards in US. And so that feels really good, that it's not just about yourself, it's about how you pull the younger generation out there. Amazing
story how A.R. Rahman is not just about himself, but he's creating new talent, and these stars are rocking somewhere in the world, are finding their place under the sun. Huge round of applause for that one. Such humility and so much to give. Does that make you a bit of a misfit in the movie world?
I think I don't see myself only in the movie world, strangely, because when you travel, you realize how small you are. And in perspective to the composers or artists abroad, and you are small and big at the same time. So big in certain things, small in certain things, and then you notice and see what is the void and how do you push yourself to fill that gap or evolve in certain things and probably give back in certain things. And my dream is actually to start an arts collective in Chennai, to build a place where we can do stuff like Broadway, and so we're planning with a couple of friends to do that. And that's a huge undertaking because it's, again, terrifying to think about finance and company and what would something go wrong. Apart from the excitement which people are going to get, apart from...
So a musical on Broadway next?
Yeah, Broadway in Chennai.
And I can't...
So I'm writing a musical for one of the directors in London, but I can't tell that now. So 6 months later.
This is the worst thing you can do to a journalist, that you drop a hint and then you say, I can't give the details.
Yeah.
You know, journalists can actually have seizures and heart attacks on stage because they're not getting to the bottom of things. It's so unfair.
But I think it's important to keep certain secrets so that when it comes out, it has a better impact.
So are we getting a promise from you that we'll have, you know, a launch like Maidan right here, and we'll do a special conclave whenever you decide?
Absolutely. Keep that open.
All right. So we have a promise from A.R. Rahman. Fantastic. It's been a pleasure, A.R. Rahman. You are somebody we've always looked up to. Your music has given happiness. And we've hummed it, we've tapped on it, and whichever one you can hum for us.
Team India hai hum, 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 Team India hai hum.
Ladies and gentlemen, A.R. Rahman, the one and only, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for actually rewarding us with this opportunity to play and debut your song, Team India. It's all about Team India. Thank you. Thank you.